Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, one time there was a argument, conversation with eyes, ears, and nose, and tongue, and the mouth. So the eyes start to claim, I am the most important because I am the one who can see everything, all the colors, pictures, everything. So I am the most important part of the body. And then it start to get aggressive and blame to eyebrows. What is this useless eyebrows? And even it is the top of me, and it is staying higher than me, but don't do anything. And then the nose tall, no, I am the most important. I am the one who can absorb all the aromas, and even I am ahead of everybody else. And then the nose also start to claim, why these eyebrows, useless eyebrows, you know, that above me. And then the mouth told, no, I am the most important. All the intake go through me. And even the words, the only thing that people can bring out and come through the mouth mostly. So I am the one who most important. But why these useless eyebrows, above me? So eyebrows was listening to this and then told, I accept this all. I am very sorry. So then let me, you know, come down. And then it came lower, the eyes. And then it became so weird. And when the eyes start to see, it start to get disturbed. The eyes told, don't stay here. Go anywhere else, because you're disturbing to me. And then it came to under the nose. And then again, the nose told, oh, you are disturbing to me. Go away, go away, go away. And then it start to go into the under the bottom of the mouth. And then again, it became kind of like the weird look. Then everybody start to get disappointed when they see the pace. And then the pace recognize that the it is not who is important. This everything interconnected and interrogate and that help each other. So then again, the mouth, nose, and eyes told to eyebrows. So please go above all of us and stay there, because that is the place you belong. And when people saving their mustache and their beard, it's it says, and it's mostly for children, and saying, remember, don't argue or don't struggle with somebody else to prove who you are, and allow others to stay as who they are, and allow other things to be whatever as it is, because maybe there is a reason for that. Maybe it is strong, maybe it is weak, it is beautiful, maybe it is ugly, but there is a reason itself hold within that whatever the place wherever it is. So are you able to accept that even within yourself? So whatever the mistake you have done in your life, are you able to accept it and look forward as a better person? So maybe you have done a lot of good things in your life. Are you able to accept that and be humble, but still look forward yourself with the free mind rather than holding egocentric mind? Oh, I did that, I am like this, so like that. So always remember, don't struggle in life, especially with other things, other situations, and other people. So that is very important to understand. When it comes to life, sometimes this everything work very perfect and everything smooth, so nice, comfortable, but suddenly things can disappear and suddenly things become hard, and sometimes suddenly like tsunami, like tornadoes can hit your life and destroy everything. But still, are you able to develop your life when you have the clarity, when you have the comfort, and when everything go right, when everything perfect, when everything happening smoothly? Are you think about to become a better person using that moment, or are you going to settle down there and enjoy that comfort? So when it comes to human life, there are two ways that you have to develop your life. One is inner, your spiritual life. Another one is your conventional life. This both you have to develop. So that development means it is not something that you try to find your comfort. You don't, it is not kind of like you find your security. It is not something kind of like you find that whatever you want. It is something beyond than that. And we call it development, even when it comes to meditation. And meditation mean, and it called bhavana. There is a Pali word called bhavana. So this bhavana is, the meaning is cultivation of the mind. The cultivation your mind with the good. And so then how you can apply to life? This is an example. I will give an example because sometimes it is very difficult to explain through words how we cultivate, how we grow, how we move forward. It's like this. As basically we are kind of like a sleeping. So from sleeping to sit, you have to have some effort. When you're sitting to stand, you have to have some effort. From standing, once you start to walk, it is you become more advanced, and you cultivate yourself to walk. And walking to develop to running, you become more advanced. And when you keep running, there is a moment kind of like you fly. But just sleeping mood, you cannot come to this flying mood. That is what people like. That is what people dreaming. That is what mostly parents try to inject to children, from sleeping to fly, and then it become a dream. So most of us as human caught up in this dream. So from sleeping mood, can you activate yourself to uplift yourself or develop yourself to sitting? Can you transform that sitting to standing? So you have to have, because from sleeping to sitting is the most very close development that you can gain. So that development you should have. That is what cultivating. That is what cultivating. For very, very close, very reason, and that very connective moment you have to catch, not far away something. So from sleeping to sit, you have to have kind of like some qualities. So we're going to talk that all the qualities later. But understand what is this cultivation mean. So from sitting to stand, you have to use your all the joints and the strength and the intention, desire. So you have to bring this all together. But it is the very easy way from sitting to stand. And there is a deeper connection with that. So if you able to do that, from that standing, you can go into walk. Just standing, not running. You standing and start to walk, because from a standing point, very easily you can cultivate yourself to walk. There is no struggle, there is no resistance, there is no something that heavy things that hold you. But if from sleeping, if you start to walk, it doesn't work. But people like it. People try to do that, you know. So, and people dreaming to do that, but it doesn't. So you have to understand, when you are very close, when you do something, what is the next step? What is the very close thing? Get access to that. That access will open another thing. That access will open another thing. So like that way, this has a system. Even with the meditation also same. You come to the posture and you come to the mental object, you stay, inhalation, exhalation, you recognize separately. And from once you recognize that, then you go to the next level. And then you go to the next level. So otherwise you just sit, boom, you go to recognize impermanent. There is a way you can get into that once you master the technique. But what I'm telling, practice point of view for anything in your life, as ordinary person, to develop your conventional life and your spiritual life, remember, don't be so hurry. Just see the connection. Then you can get into anything, and you can develop anything in you. So once you start to walk, and then it is very easy for you to cultivate it to running. And once you start to run, when it becomes fast, 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 then it's kind of, you feel like you're flying. It's like when like the Usain Bolt, that run 100 meters. It's kind of like a flying. But it didn't happen just, sleeping mood to running. So then yourself, remember, this is what called cultivation. So then in day-to-day life, bring that ability to yourself. So when you develop that ability, what happening? You feel, when you cultivate, what you gain, even through the wisdom, even in conventional life, what you gain. The one of the thing, if you do something right, or if you cultivating, if you develop, when you become matured, you feel so relaxed while it happening. You feel so light while it happening. And you feel so clear. There is no doubt. There is no busyness inside you. There is no tightness in you. That is what the sign that you recognize it work. Even regarding the life also same. Look yourself. Are you feel tightness in you? And averagely for a person, you know, at least 2 hours per day, people have doubt regarding their own life. So that doubt bring the tightness to our life regarding it is not somebody doing it to us within our, it is our own conscious decision. We have the doubt regarding ourselves. So if you feel the tightness, and if you feel kind of like a unclarity regarding your own life, so that's mean there's something went wrong and you are not success. So you can fix it. You have to fix it. Don't go with that. Don't move forward with that. How you can fix? Let things to be there and learn to accept. Don't struggle. Remember, you maybe you became very success in life. You have some money, you own a property, you have things that you whatever you like, and you have husband, wife, you have children and everyone around you. You somehow you have all the things at the way you like. But remember, one day you have to let go this everything. There's no even that this appearance as you, the everyday you put the makeup or your hairstyle or anything, that you hold as this is me, that also going to go. Everything. Just imagine how you can handle that. This everything going to go disappear. There's no way that you can hold anything. So then what you have to do? When you have this all, there's nothing wrong having it. Of course, you have to have the best thing in life. That is what the, the according to the Buddha's teaching, have the best thing in life. But once you have it, what you should do? Don't stuck with it. Use that everything to grow. If you sleep in mood, use that everything to sit. Don't use it to fly. Then you screwed your life. You destroy your life. Don't try to fly. No, use that everything. Have the best in life. Nothing wrong with that. Go for the best. But use that everything if you are in sleeping mood to sit. If you are in sitting mood, use it to stand. If you are in sitting mood, use it to walk. If you are walking mood, use that everything to run. If you are in running mode, use that everything to fly. That is where you feel how blissful you are, how lucky you are to be a human being, and then you will understand how lucky you are to born like this time period. Even this pandemic situation happened. If you read that regarding the previous pandemic situation happened, that the 1910 around that time, people didn't have this anything. But look today, most of the consumer product companies, and that everything in the world, most of things became more successful during pandemic time situation. And the people start to work from home, and they used to work some extra time, and they became so productive with the companies, and the companies start to become more successful during this pandemic situation. And of course, there are certain things, went down. But at the same time, and we didn't experience the worst. Somehow we had of course some people had some difficulties, but most of people, and within 1 year they able to somehow find something, vaccination, and the people didn't die because of the hunger, and somehow people, able to maintain, and you able to continue yourself and doing certain things. And of course there are some people died, you know but you have to remember, when it come to you, appreciate that. But appreciating it, what and then now you are waiting till end this pandemic for what? To eat more and go out and do the party and enjoy, or to grow yourself? So use this time period and grow yourself, change yourself, be a better person. When the pandemic situation done, finished, you come as a different person. Be more matured with your spirituality life and with your conventional life. Don't go back to that old style. Don't start to repeat whatever you used to do. It's gone. And start something new and bring some value to yourself, add some value to yourself. So when you grow this way, every day, whatever the situation happen, even if something worst happen tomorrow, and then you're going to use this method again and again and again, more and more and more, you become better. So one time Buddha mentioned how, when you grow this way, to cultivate yourself, what you need. So uttanena pamadena. So one is the effort and sustained effort. It is not just a, one moment of effort. Sustained effort that you complete 100%. You have to have the effort to transform yourself to somebody. If you have idea regarding, I want to be this kind of person, from childhood maybe you had something, or maybe through the life you came to a point, you understood there are a lot of things went wrong, and I did a lot of things wrong before I died. This is what the life I want. You know that. So start it from now. Don't keep it as a hope. Don't die with it. Complete it. Die empty. That is the best way. If you die empty, you're not going to come back. But if you die holding something, then you have to come to fulfill that. That's a very simple thing. So that's why, can you die empty? Try. When you sleep, sleep completely empty. Done. With that empty mind, when you sleep, you will see. Because that the sleeping, for sleep, is called bhavanga sita, bhavanga chitta. It's a kind of like a mind. The mind should be completely settled down and accept when you go to sleep. Otherwise, you cannot sleep. See, when you have a busy mind, tight, heavy mind, even if you are too happy or too worried, you cannot sleep. So for a certain level, to have a good sleep, you have to settle down. So then overall, regarding your whole life, can you settle down? Or are you have the struggle? Are you have the hope or the desire over regarding your whole life? So if you can settle down, it's okay. Things will happen. But yourself, you recognize what you want to do, and where you want to end this, you recognize for the day, in your capacity, in this very moment, you do your best for that. Then things going to be okay. So don't go with the struggle, go with the fulfillment. Even for tomorrow, don't start life with the struggle. Don't go to sleep with the struggle. If you go with the struggle, you will wake up with whatever you sleep. So whatever the things that you take to sleep, you will wake up with that. So then sleep with the fulfillment. It is your decision. These all thoughts, we make it real. And once the mind hold it to something, even it can appear as a physical. That's the power of the mind. That is what in the Theravada tradition, the four elements and the fundamentals. There are teachings called fundamental. Chitta, Chaitasika, Rupa. And the Nibbana. Nibbana is the enlightenment. Chitta, Chaitasika, Rupa. Remember that whatever the thoughts, even it is invisible, it has power to appear as real. That's why it no need anything else. It no need a creator. That's why it called fundamentals. It has power to exist itself, and but at the same time, it get the help out of another fundamental, not another something. So then, whatever the thoughts that you have, remember, it can be real. That means it can appear as real. It's not going to be permanent, but it has power to appear as permanent. The real, not the permanent. So if you start to think there's something in the corner, there's a dark person, you keep thinking, you will see. So it's like that. In ancient time, thousand years ago, this teaching come even in the Hindu tradition. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, it also say the same principle like that. So then be very careful with the thoughts that you hold. That's why whatever unnecessary right away, no, don't give any second option. Don't give a second chance. No, if it is unnecessary, you recognize, take a very clear decision. Get it out. Zero tolerance. Get it out. That is where you protect. So uttanena pamadena. The first one is the sustained effort within yourself to transform. You take a decision yourself. And uttana nena appamadena. The second one is earnestness. Then that without becoming late and completely in the moment, you tune to the time. So the time is something. It's not going to be forever for you. So these things going to come to you and it has a very limited time. And by the time these things will disappear. So then within that time period, get the best and don't waste the time. And make it more profitable to yourself to bring that whatever the outcome you want, because you are the one who need to do for you. There is no one else can do that. And other one is sanyamena damenacha. Sanyamena means that you have to develop certain discipline that going to protect you. Discipline, it's becoming discipline. And the other one is called in the English word is kind of like a self-control. Dhamenacha. Dhamma it's kind of like a burning, that whatever We come with sometimes previous life habit, or sometimes we have emotions, and we have very basic level of that human qualities. So the Dhamma means you consciously take it out. But in English it called self-control. But when it come to the deeper, the Buddhism, there is no control. Because who control who? Or who control what? So then if you go to control, you do it with the self-centered mind, then it go to something else. So that is why that it if you go with the self-control, and you developing slowly self-centered mind, egocentric mind. But understanding and take it out, understanding and take it out, and you putting value on you and recognize with this you cannot go. If you are always Facebook, or if you are always YouTube, and if you always watching TV, you cannot pass your exam. Don't blame to teachers, or don't blame to educational system, don't blame to politics, you know don't blame to anything. You cannot pass exam because what you like you cannot give up. And maybe you are poor, not because of that any other reason, not because of the stars, not because of the horoscope, or not because of your husband or your wife or your children or your environment. But there are some habits in you, laziness in you. You didn't recognize that. That's why you didn't reach to wherever the point that you want. Addressing to that, take it out, cut it, called Dhamma. So, so then self-discipline and this cleaning yourself is both together, interconnected mostly. It like this. As you know, the turtle, they live more than kind of like 3,000 years, you know, some turtles. And there are very few animals attack turtles, eat turtles. Very high heat and digestive system inside their body. They eat turtles. Otherwise, they don't eat turtles. Why? Because they have very protective hard shell. And oyster, these oysters, they are very, very soft skin, that the muscles they have. But how they survive? Because they have very strong cell. So, and sea cell, that they have in the very tiny, very smooth and very soft life they have, but they exist in a very hard cell. It is very difficult to break. So when you go to Zen garden, Zen temples, you see the even if you go to Chinese today, Chinese New Year, so if you go to Chinese, this gift shops, you see it turtle, little turtle, and people bring it and keep it, and they think, and it bring the luck. What does that mean? How the turtle can bring the luck? It telling you something. What? This is what develop in you self-discipline, and we just practice point of view, we just put the names self-control, or cleaning yourself, that the burning yourself, that whatever unnecessary things, and be strong and build it very strong protection, and then very difficult to destroy you. Even look that recently, you know that a lot of very famous people went to jail, that because they didn't have kind of like a very clear background in their life. that when the Me Too movement came, a lot of big people were so afraid for that movement. They are all the ugliness, secret parts, everything came out. And a lot of people went to jail. And a lot of people get out of their positions. Why that? It doesn't matter how big you are, and it doesn't matter what the education you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have. But if you don't, know, that develop these protections, and if you don't try to behave well yourself, cleaning yourself, it is not easy. As ordinary people, we we do things and we go back to things, and again we do. It's okay. But the thing is, you have to have deeper, little bit conscious effort and keep trying. Of course, overnight you cannot get out of this anything, but just a little bit keep try yourself. And at least while you're doing, have a wish yourself one day I'm going to stop this. Why you keep doing it? You don't need to stop in that moment. Just have a wish yourself. One day I'm going to stop this. And if you really wish for that, you will see that day will come before you die. And that day you can be happy. And when that day comes, you take a conscious decision. So like that, you know, that sustained effort, earnest, earnestness, and the connecting with the time, and the discipline, and cleaning yourself. Get out of the unnecessary things. These four things will help you to cultivate you. That cultivation means if you're sleeping, from sleeping to transform your life to sitting, those are the four things that you need. If you don't have that, you cannot, you come from sleeping to sitting mood. In overall, regarding, you can apply this format to anything in your life. From sitting to walk, stand, you need, that is what giving the jump, transformation, development, cultivation, these four qualities. And from there to walk, from there to run, from there to fly. So this from conventional life to your spiritual development, and from this spiritual development to complete it and attain to the bliss of Nibbana. If you develop these four qualities in you, and you will experience that. So before you get into spiritual life, what I always tell, try it with your basic conventional life. Be a human being. But in that human life, practice these things. Apply these things. In that human life, you will experience it more very clearly. And that for human life, this Dharma work, this human life. Because once you become successful with this spiritual life, you no need Dharma. It's like once you end the river, you no need the boat. So it's like that. This human life need the Dharma. This all for your human life. But as a human in day-to-day life, whatever you do, bring these qualities to yourself. Apply it little by little, experience it. That experience itself start to show you something. That is what your wisdom. Have it and go with it, and then you will see. And sometimes tornadoes come, tsunamis come, that the flood come, can mudslides can happen in your life, but still, even this, everything will disappear. Your clarity, your very clear mind going to be there unshakable. With that unshakable mind, if you end this life in that very moment, you can let go everything and die empty. So, in the last moment of your life, you cannot do this. So, that's why every day when you go to sleep, remember, go to sleep empty. That will become a good, profitable skill one day when you go to the last sleep. You will naturally go empty. So, with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu. Mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammihi sampadang punya sampadang. Sabbi devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.